So we are setting up the observability infrastructure like the monitoring and logging one. So yesterday we did the complete setup like this flow. So we have installed the node exporter here and then the Prometheus and then the Grafana. As in this Grafana, we will not expose to outside world. It will be completely within our company environment. We don't expose like end user this one. And then same, we will be setting up the other layer. This is for logging purpose. This is for metrics purpose, monitoring. So, so if you remember, we have installed some of the tools one by one. Can you guys help me here? What and all, where and all we installed, so that it will be easy to further. Can you guys anyone talk what tools we installed yesterday? Anyone wanted to talk?
We have installed Grafana,
Okay.
Prometheus, and for connection for the from WordPress EC2 node exporter.
Okay, yeah. Grafana in one EC2.
Yeah.
EC2. And then we have attached it to load balancer.
Load balancer.
Okay. Next, another EC2 machine we have installed.
Prometheus.
So what is another name for Prometheus usually like they call? What is the one name? Technical name I was telling yesterday. Prometheus is called one technical name.
Sorry, I didn't recall.
Sorry?
No,
Yeah.
no, I'm unable to recall.
Okay. So Grafana will collect the data from one component. That is the keyword we used to say a lot. Prometheus is called another name called data source. It's a data source, yeah. So this is for also in another in one EC2. We are not exposed this one to outside world. We have not done it. Just we kept it idle. I mean idle in the sense the isolated one. Then we have installed the node exporter. Where did we install the node exporter? In which EC2?
In WordPress EC2.
Yeah. Along with the application. So all these installations I did in a one folder. The if you remember the path I was preferring is the slash OPT folder. We have installed it. So who will send the data here? As an admin, where I will use, which one I use in these three as an admin? As an
We'll
admin.
use ALB, right? ALB.
Yeah.
Endpoint. Grafana.
Grafana collects the data from where?
From Prometheus. Prometheus collects from the WordPress application, like the application.
The agents, exporters.
Yeah.
There will be multiple exporters, like as I said, MySQL exporter. And then the Java exporter, Tomcat, or Python, like many exporters are there. So they will be running along with the application. So the flow is exporter will send to Prometheus. From Prometheus, Grafana will fetch that data. So let's say, for example, one new person will come, one new guy in your team. This is the situation you will have exactly in your environment also. One guy will come. So from this mission, you are getting the data. You are getting like CPU, memory, disk. This kind of data you are getting. Now the person came, he wanted to see how many threads are there in the WordPress threads, for example, how many connections inside PHP connections, like PHP, let's say one module response time. They'll come to you. Hey, can we get this data handle? This data, please keep this thought. These are the custom metrics. This is the default metrics, node exporter. MySQL will give the MySQL related. Whatever they ask, right? These are called custom metrics. These custom metrics, they have to write in the code. Developer has to write the code.
So if they define, we'll get it.
Yeah, write the code, and they have to push to Prometheus or to one custom exporter. They have to push to this kind of thing. Then only the metric will come. Just keep this that. Sometimes what they say like, since you are getting this matrix, can you get this matrix also? They say that. Please, this is one of our job. You can say that these are the default metrics. The exporters have intelligence. They have developed in these languages. Same way, you are asking me the other one. You have to write your own kind of exporter kind of thing. Then I'll collect this metrics. They will get displayed here in the. You have to say that. Keep this that. These are the custom metrics. Custom metrics exposing has to be done by the developer, not the DevOps guy. My job is to configure this. You have to be very clear in your these kind of roles. So node exporter will collect. Prometheus, you will get it. From Prometheus, Grafana will get it. Grafana is the GUI. Here you will see like the red color, green color, all those thresholds you can put dashboards. The you can put the rules also. You can have rules also here. So let me put it here. Node exporter. Let me put it easy way. Exporters. From exporter data will go to the Prometheus. Here also, there is a GUI for Prometheus, but the GUI is not very rich interface. This one, this is like not like Grafana. People used to write some PromQL, like SQL, right? There is SQL query something. Here also PromQL queries are there. As a DevOps guy, at least you should have basic knowledge of the PromQL SQL queries. We no need to learn from scratch. If you import some dashboards right in the Grafana also you will get some queries. By seeing them, you need to have a understanding of building another queries. They'll give the Prometheus queries here. When you type something, automatically it will come like VS Code, right? They'll get it easy. From here, you will have a Grafana. Here you will have a Grafana. Here also you can run PromQL. Plus you can build the dashboards. You can have a alerts also here. Here also, you can have alerts also here also. Alert manager you can integrate. So it will send a Slack, it will send a phone call, it will send an email. Everything can be configured at Prometheus level. With the for all this, if you remember, in this one important file I was telling in this Prometheus. In exporters, we have not modified anything. Just what we did, I extracted it, download, extract, start. Say, but Prometheus, what I did downloaded, extracted it, but there was one important file in Prometheus. Any thoughts? Very important file in Prometheus. Prometheus dot YAML. In this Prometheus YAML, yesterday, if you remember, I was telling scrape config. Scrape config means, for example, this is the one I was preparing. Yeah, Prometheus.yaml. So here is the some kind of alerts you can send. There is a one more alert manager. If any data, it says EC2 says I reached to 100% CPU usage. It goes to the Prometheus. Prometheus will evaluate that internally. Oh, there is a mission reached 100%. I need to send an alert. Then here you select alert manager. Request comes to the alert manager. From this alert manager, they'll send to Slack or phone call or email, whatever that. No, I don't want to do here. I want to do in the Grafana. Yes, in the Grafana also you can do alerts. All this you can do Grafana also. This thing. So in Prometheus, if I want to check how much CPU usage and all, you should have good knowledge in the PromQL. PromQL is not something like, it's like they have some predefined, if there is a metric coming, if you type metric, automatically the total, we'll see that practically. Automatically it will prompt to the metric name. Keep this thought, very important. There will be metric name. And then we will have like this metric name. So here you see, right? This is the one job. This is another job. Now this is, if you see right, this guy is, let me put it here. Can I add here comment? Yeah. This guy is WordPress EC2 exporter. So this is the Prometheus YAML. Prometheus YAML pulling the data from exporter by looking into this Prometheus.yaml. So pulling that, which exporter? We have installed the node exporter. Node exporter is running on this port number. So Prometheus YAML will taken by the Prometheus, will scan this configuration, will connect to this IP address on this port number, pulls all those metrics. Node exporter has that intelligence. It will expose. It will, that is how it is been defined, developed. It will collect that metrics. It will come to the Prometheus node. Everything will come here. So, and then Prometheus, what it does, it will make a, keep this thought very important, time series data. It will collect the time, like for example, every 15 seconds. 15 seconds, it will go and then get the data. First, it will collect all of them, like for example, CPU, memory, disk, load, uptime. It will collect a lot of data. Again, in next another 15 seconds, it will get again this data. Again, next 15 seconds, you will get the data. So Prometheus is storing your data in the form of time series. So Prometheus is called time series database. In structured RDS, MySQL, something is there, right? In structured, we have multiple time series, column database, document database, like different map database, like GraphQL, multiple. In that unstructured, one name is time series. Time series means it is going every 15 seconds. It is putting a buckets inside that, like this buckets. This is the one like this, storing the data. So keep this thought. Prometheus time series collects the data from exporters by looking into the Prometheus.yaml configuration. If any one metric breaches, this is called metric breaches. From this file itself, it will send a notification to here if you have configuration. Otherwise, you can configure at Grafana level also. It's up to the people. Any thoughts? How Prometheus collects the data? You want to ask on these keywords? So once it collect the data, it will dump into this Prometheus. On top of Prometheus, we will write the PromQL. You can write here, or you can write in the Grafana. In Grafana, you can write PromQL, plus you can have extra dashboards. Plus you can have the alerts as well. This and all you can have it. So Prometheus is time series, will collect the frequently the data. Now your metric, you should know the metric name. Let's say for example, metric name like this. Here you see, right? There is a one, this is the one metric. Here results one metric. Sorry, here results one guy is collecting it. Here also, let's say for example, we will have one more config. Let's say put it. This one you say that Python, for example. Say that this is the 7th mission. 7th. In this mission also you install the node exporter. So now somewhere, yeah, good config. Yeah, this is how you should have the alignment. Okay. Now you have 3 EC2 missions. You have 3 CPU usages. How do you separate this? Based on this job name. So let's say for example, I'll say that CPU underscore metric, for example. Here I'll say that I wanted only the WordPress. Then I need to pass this name, extra name, this name, like this. How do you separate? Job underscore name equal to WordPress. So now which mission CPU usage you will get? Only the WordPress EC2. If you remove this, if you remove this job, it will filter, it will get all EC2s, all EC2 metrics. So inside this metric, you will have a labels. Labels. You can have label 1, label 2, like this you can have it. When you run more, when you filter more labels, specific EC2 or group of EC2 data only you will get that. So this is called, this format is called PromQL. PromQL. Like this, metric will be there. You will have a starting bracket, ending bracket. In between, filters will be there. Label 1, label 2. When you apply the filter, more about that specific EC2. Let's say I wanted only the WordPress of disk usage, for example. Disk underscore usage. Here I'll say that job underscore name. Like I can say that WordPress. Let's say node exporter is giving one more label. Node exporter, what it does, it will prepare this metric and it will add more labels also. I can say that instance IP address, for example, that private IP. Now you will have more filters. Under one job, you can have multiple EC2 missions also. Under one job, you can have multiple EC2 missions also. So with that, I wanted to filter it more. I will be applying the labels. So keep this thought. Prometheus is called time series DB database, and PromQL will be there, language, and we will have a matrix. Matrix format will be like metric name, this it, and will be the labels inside this. Labels are the filters. You can have more labels. So where do you write this PromQL? You can access directly Prometheus. You can expose it to load balancer. You can access, or you can run on top of Grafana also. These are things. Any thoughts you want to ask on it? So we will expose it. Let's see. Yesterday there was an issue, right? Let's see. Our guys fixed something. It's coming. I saw that. I had asked you, right? Someone is interested. Let me go there. Let's see. ls code ls. Yes. Not sure how did it been fixed from the Terraform. I gave the Terraform code also. This Terraform code total I kept in the internet. You guys can access this code. Somewhere I kept it in the internet. I was giving you the GitHub link, right? So repository. This is the one I updated the code total. You can get this. You can download as zip. Somewhere you can download. You can download as a zip. You can keep it in our local disk content. So what was that missing was, this is the guy was telling our guys. Update in place. They did a manual. This is the ingress rule. Ingress rule. Huh? This is was missing. That's they were saying it. So VPC security group ingress rule. Which one this is? Grafana. Let me go to the Grafana code. Oh, this is the egress rule. Prometheus. Ignore, don't touch the Prometheus, this one. This is the Grafana. Egress rule 6, egress rule, IPv4. This is the one more ingress rule. Here it is saying it. Currently, the security group we have 0, it says 3000. And then one more. Currently, this is 65, and then this is changing to 3000. Here it is been modified. You see, right? This is the logical name. This is the name. It's been updated in the console. So Grafana underscore HTTP. This has been modified. And one more is there, Bastion. This is working. SSH. This is for admin's purpose. This is from Bastion to access. This is from load balancer ID. This is the EC2. VPC Grafana underscore HTTP. Yeah, this is the guy. So you have attached to Grafana EC2 machine only. This is only modified it. I see this. You see right here. Next is that's okay. Where was the load balancer? Grafana, Prometheus, and then Prometheus. You have a load balancer. This is the load balancer security group ID. You have allowed this security group to only within the company ID. Security group ingress rule. Yeah. Yes, this is the one. Is the culprit. You need to define that. Yeah. What is missing here? Can you guys figure out? This was mad. Can you guys help me here by comparing with this? Anyone wanted to have this? I'll show the example. Okay. This is the security group name. Okay. What is this is called? For security group. Yes, can you guys hear me? I'm in mute or what?
Yeah. We can.
What is this is called in security group?
Inbound.
Yeah. Every security group will have what? In security group, what do we define? What do we touch?
Inbound rules.
Inbound rules.
Automatically, which rule will come?
Outbound rules will be
Outbound.
Outbound.
We don't touch, right? How do you say that this is inbound? How are you saying it?
ingress rule.
Yeah.
Ingress.
Yeah. You see right here, ingress is there. Here ingress was there. But you see right, this is egress. This is for whom? Which one? Prometheus. Same way, let's say, for example, every security group, what I was missed is this is also security group, ingress. You can have more inbound rules, right? Like this. This is the egress. Egress is IPv4, IPv6. But if you go now here, load balancer, yeah, this is what. This is a load balancer. You have defined ingress. We missed the egress. So let's copy that. That's where I think what our guys did is they defined that's what I was checking. In the load balancer manual, it has been updated, everything, all. Yeah. We will override this guy. Let's go. But yeah, let's see. That is what I was thinking. Where is this? Yeah. So ingress rule, I'll not touch that. Let's copy. At load balancer security group level, egress is missed. I mean to say outbound is missed. That's where we were getting response within VPC and then outside no. Yeah. Say that this is for whom? This rule will be attached to the load balancer security group ID. Say that Grafana. Go on and check top above.
So outbound will be ephemeral ports, right?
We won't mention ephemeral port number. We will allow anywhere.
Okay.
Ephemeral ports only will come in NACL. You can define here also, but this is the security group. I need to call this security group ID there. Need to attach it. OELB, you have attached inbound. This is the outbound. You have to change here. Oh, sorry, this is for OEL. OE means observability engineering. That is. So security group outbound. This inbound, same, this is the one you have to call, that's it. The server should match these three. So this is for IPv4, this is IPv6, this is the one. LB, yeah. Let me plan again. It should add. The problem was this one was missed. Everything was missed. This one for OELB security group. That's what it says. I mean, our guys checked it. Once he pinged me that this was missing. So you have seen in the code also, right? That is not been added. But why did he touch this thing? Grafana HTTP. This is Grafana HTTP. Let me check this. Go to the load balancer. You can go to the listener rules. That is EC2 mission outbound rule. Healthy. Security. You see, right? The changes are this is the one inbound security. This is a security inbound rule. This is the outbound rule. So where the change is coming? Yeah, this one. This has been given to all IP addresses. What it is saying? I'm going to modify from here to this is. It shouldn't be like this because this has been manually added. But from the Terraform, we had given what port number we had given. I think this has been from port 0 to 3000, 65 to 3000. What it is saying? This one, this guy. This one, I'm going to remove something. It is saying it. So it is going to update 3000. This is, we had given, this is the Grafana 22 from, obviously it is in private, 22 from Bastion, 3000 from load balancer, another 3000 we have assigned to Bastion. So what it is been said that here 3000 completely it is opened. So the bug was in our code was in load balancer security group, outbound was not there. That is what the bug. In LBHG was empty. So if OLB outbound empty, we could have also got the timeout. No, that's what my theory. Let's see. Let's apply this. If needed something, we can. If you observe, I'm not modifying things in the console if things are working. Otherwise, test it, bring that change into Terraform, again apply the from Terraform. Somewhere duplicate name is coming. This is the egress rule. Invalid expression. Where 0, 0. Already rule exists. Let me check this. Some duplicate name. This name, you can check this day. It will clearly give you that in which file also, in which line number also. This is the file name, line number 187 here. In resource, the specifier will be here, already exist.
The resource name we have added twice.
Just sorry, what is it?
Resource name, the same name we have added twice there. If you go there,
Yeah. I'm
the
sorry.
both above and below.
IPv6, right? This one. No.
Yeah, just a second. Let me save. I'll open all of them. Save. Close up. So usually when you get a line right, such like this, it will if you have multiple files, right, it will direct you to the correct file only here. This is a one place only. Security group ID, IPv4, this is IPv6. Resource name is duplicate. This is different. No,
Not duplicate.
both are different. This is different. This is different.
Yeah.
What it is saying is there's so invalid permissions already exist. Specified rule pair. Hello, all. Let me check this. Group. This is been applied now. Error creating VPC security group rule. Invalid permission code 0. Egress rule, IPv4. Let me save this file first. If you don't save also, right, even you could have modified it in between. Sorry, I could have tested plan. Whatever I had thought was, did I save it or not in between? That I had doubt. Let's see. If you use VS Code, right, it will show you that if you modified a file, let's say for example, space, here it will show 1. You modified a file, you have not saved that file, something. That's all the syntax. Latest file, whatever you modified, you can check like this. What did you change here and there? It will highlight like this. Earlier, some content was there. Now you added extra things like this. My objective was this file only. Yeah, I think I have not saved that file. That's it. I copy pasted. Few changes I did, I think. Yeah, that I can say. Sure. You getting right what I mean? I copy pasted that. This I have modified it. The second one, when something not saved, it is saying that error. Now after saving that, reapplying it, I think yeah, it's taking. Oh my gosh. It is applying the WordPress code because we modified the user data, right? Oh my gosh. Same error. Something is missing, dude. Same error. By this it could have been overwritten. Now let me check. Please bear with me few minutes. This error. Since lazy, the machine has been restarted or what? First thing is, if machine gets restarted, right, this time will get reset. Let's say you remember in the initial days, when you create a mission, you will have a time. If you restart that mission, this time will get refreshed. Today date only will come whenever that restart happen. Okay? Never mind this LC further. Something somewhere I have to delete it and I have to recreate. That will work. But let's go to our load balancer one. My objective was get UI at least first. So here, pick this endpoint, test it. Yes, we'll go to the this one was only in the code, the missing part is whatever was failing, right? This is the one. I'm thinking something we did a miss somewhere the logic. But this is one after adding, now it got applied it. It is working currently. That is what it is saying it. So the egress was missed at the egress in the sense outbound rule for the security group. So that is what we are having the dashboard. This is the Grafana dashboard, but our objective was not to access like this, right? Our objective was to, let's go here. Any thoughts how we want to access the load balancer endpoint of the Grafana? We wanted to access Grafana in other way, right? With load balancer endpoint, or yes,
Yeah. We can access with load balance endpoint.
but we mapped with thing na already. We are good,
Yeah,
right?
we mapped with
Route
URL,
53.
right? The temperature dot
Yeah.
project.
You go
We
here.
have given here, yeah, metric siphon in the below last. Yeah,
Yeah.
here.
We wanted to go with the, what is this is called?
So domain mapping
This
with
section.
forward.
No,
Yeah.
domain mapping is not happening here. What is this is called? In load balancer, you
Yeah,
have
we-
path to based and host to based. This is called host to based mapping.
First west.
Copy this guy. Yeah. So when you access Grafana, right, the default credentials was admin. Should work. Yeah. Admin, the default credentials anywhere else. Now you can set up your new password if you want. New password. Submit. Yes. So let me put it here in this. We are accessing like this load balancer, but we are accessing the Route 53. Now request will go to the Route 53 from here load balancer. Now you are accessing Grafana. Now you have to configure between Grafana to Prometheus. You remember I was telling, right, Prometheus is called what in terms of Grafana, right? You see here
data sources.
data source. You can add it here or in the left side, right? You will have a settings here. Connections. Yeah. You see right here. Data sources. Number of data sources are there in the market. Many are there. Add data source. InfluxDB, blah, blah, blah. This many are there. Jaguar. You will know it. This is the one last time Sahib was explaining it. CloudWatch. Now, instead of CloudWatch, we are going with that. This Prometheus is.
With this.
Prometheus already you have installed, right? In separate mission. Let's see.
Yeah.
Select this. Prometheus. See that? You see, right? It is asking Prometheus URL. So you go to the, let me close all these. I'll close all this. I'll go to EC2 missions. Let's filter that specific EC2. I'll pick the Prometheus private IP address. This one. Same format, http:// colon
909.
090 So you had given the Prometheus URL. You can say that we have not configured anything in the Prometheus security and all. Just you say no authentication between these two. Go, don't specify anything, automatically will get the data. Just provide the URL in the Grafana. This is what the flow. You access it in the Grafana, you are configuring the data source. You have given the URL of the Prometheus. Save and test. Yeah, successfully it's been connected. Save and test. It's been saved already. Now go back to home here. You can build the dashboards. dashboards also. You remember I was telling, right? From where the data will come. Please, please let's go with this interactive. From where the data is
And
CPU
node exporter
exporters. Data will come to whom?
to Prometheus.
Grafana.
Prometheus. What is the data is called? Metrics. What metrics and all depends upon the exporter. Let's say CPU, memory. I wanted more, for example, RDS. Then I need to install the MySQL exporter. The name will come. So always remember, Prometheus will have metrics in time series. Every frequent it will get. How it knows from where to collect the Prometheus? In the Prometheus .ml, you had given that configuration. A collect from these exporters. Now in Grafana, you have configured collect from the Prometheus. Hey, I need this data from here to here, something. So now let's go here. I was telling you, right? In Prometheus also, you can check the data. You can check the data. Where the data is coming also, you can check. What data means? Metrics. Can we check this Prometheus? Can I check? Can I access this Prometheus?
Yes.
Outside. How can I access it?
No, we can't access.
If I want,
You have to allow
like where? Like
in the ALB.
yeah, exactly. In the you need to attach this into ALB as a kind of what rule you can say that the
90.
host based rule you have to allow that. So you need to create a one target group. You need to have a listener. You need to have that total flow again. So for now, and I'll do that. For now, let's go concentrate on the Grafana thing. Okay. So whether data is coming or not, if you want to check in the Grafana, in Prometheus also you can check. In Grafana also you can check both. Data is coming or not. Basically, if you want to check basic check. In the left side, right, you have an option called explore. This guy changed a lot, man. Earlier I was writing simple query. Yeah. Here type the code. Here builder, na. Here you have to select GUI and all. But I know the queries here. You can type here. Type, if you know, for example, CPU. You see, right? Automatically is coming data. See, right? Like this CPU. I want to check, for example, disk. I want to check memory, something like this queries. You have to check. Or other way around, you can do like this also. Here you will get in the drop down all like this. You will get it the drop down. You can get it data. How from where this data is coming in the drop down? From where this data is coming?
From application.
To whom you are accessing currently? Who is this guy?
Prometheus.
Whatever you are seeing on the screen.
Prometheus.
No, this is not Prometheus.
Grafana.
Grafana. This data is pushing by whom?
Node.
Prometheus.
Node export.
Yeah, node exporter, but from where Grafana is fetching?
Prometheus.
Prometheus.
You see right here, this is the guy. So this is the data source. This is called data source. You can have multiple data sources also here. So this data you are seeing means because exporter is sending to Prometheus, and then you have
Prometheus sending to Grafana.
Prometheus as a data source. That's where that is how the flow. No, this is called you can check like this also. It's up to the people. The let's say, for example, I want to check WordPress related data, whether it is coming or not. That mission bit we started it. I have to check once. Let me go for that mission. WordPress got restarted, right? The node exporter we have not configured as a OS level service. We just started it. Why, man? Let's see. Let me go to the Bastion. Did it change IP address any chance? Even if it changed also public. Sorry.
You have selected WordPress.
Sometimes they'll rotate up IP address, public IP address without our notice. Yeah, this is correct only. Security. I think this is from my IP address. I could have applied from what is my IP address, but Terraform somewhere it got failed, is it right? Because of that, yeah. Let me go to the plan. Plan was, this is that. There is no IP address change. Okay. Let me check what is my IP address manually for now. This is my IP address. I wanted to see the data of the WordPress CPU usage and all. If node exporter gets stopped, right, you will not get the data. Thumb rule. Yeah, this I missed. You could have applied from Terraform only. VPN. My objective now is to check exporter is running or not in the WordPress EC2. You can check their query also. Obviously, it could have been stopped. You need to pass FNI. We already copied the PEM here. Yes. Switch to sudo. Yes, here. Correct FNI. Node exporter got stopped. CD. OPT, if you remember. Node exporter. Here. Yesterday, can you guys help me here? How did we started this? Anyone? How to
/node exporter.
but it will run in the foreground.
No hope.
Yeah, of
No.
course. No.
In the background, right? Exporter ampersand. Other, yes, whatever you said is correct. /node exporter. But what will happen is it will run in the foreground. You cannot type any other commands later. So to run in the background, run this command.
HUP.
No HU.
Oh, that's where it is saying exit code. If you see 0, that is success. Other than 0, if you see like this, there is a failure or something. That, yeah, that's it. It failed. Is it running? Yes, here. No. It's not running. Control L, if you do, it will clear the screen. Control A, it will go to the first line. No, first letter. No hub. No hub in the sense, it will write a file. You can check the log and all. You can do like this also, directly. You don't need no hub. But if you put a no hub, right, it will create a file. If any errors are there, you can check that errors in that file. Yeah, no exit code for now. You see, right, it is ignoring input and then appending output to this file. This file will be getting updated. You can check the timestamp. Date. Not no hub. So this is the time. This is the current updated 15 seconds back. Yeah. So now exporter is running. Data will, whenever exporter starts, right, automatically in the Prometheus, you have added, right, already this configuration in this file. We have added yesterday this configuration. This one. Prometheus private IP address. In the another EC2 mission. The bridge is here to there to the Grafana. Here is that. So Prometheus, we have not exposed it to outside. We have not exposed. So you can write the queries here also, Prom queries. Here is the queries. That is the one. Refresh this page. Basic things. Here you can add the data sources. That is the one. This is to manage users. If you want to add our teams and all something. If you want to have alerting something settings here, you can add the alerting system, blah, blah, changes and all here. So now I wanted to PromQL queries. This is the guy. SQL queries. So our main job in these two to play in CL time. Dashboard and explore. Regularly our job is to work on these guys. If you go to the EOE team, if one setup is working, our regular job will be checking here. Data is coming or not here. That is go to the explore, search like CPU. Wait, let's say CPU This is called metric. This is called metrics. You remember inside metric, what will be there? I was telling now.
Labels.
Exactly. Metric name. There are number of metrics are there. Who is sending these many metrics are node exporter. That is how it will be found. See that CPU. Let's say uptime, simple. Up. Now put a filter. See automatically it will. So node export in this up metric, node exporter has two labels. Job. See automatically it is coming. One guy. So from Prometheus YAML, this is not working yet. This is default Prometheus will send this data. This job information is coming. You see here. You want to filter it. Job. Put like this. Prometheus. Automatically it will prompt. Your job is to now run the query. This Prometheus was up from when? That is what the time it says. When did we started? If we go now last, right? Let's go for last 7 days. This is where the time Prometheus has been started. The data collection to Grafana. See right here. This is what the data. Now, this is how you have to do some kind of basic queries. Now, why that is not coming? We should have the other guy also. No? What is another? Now I want to get WordPress one. What has to be changed here? From where this name is picked up? Getting picked up. You know already.
From that,
Sorry. What is,
Prometheus.yaml file, right?
yeah,
from
what
the
is,
YAML file.
yeah, what is this called? Up is called, what is it? Up.
From when server started.
No, I don't want this explanation. Like, what is this up is called? In the PromQL. This is one section. What is this up is called? Up is called a metric. It's a metric. Now let's see CPU usage, for example. CPU seconds. These are all are coming. Now this is called a metric. Just run the metric. Please observe this. This is how we do. When you run a metric, right? What are the labels? Just you can run a metric like this. Now you take this guy. You take this guy. This is the how the metric is coming. This is what the metric. In this metric, you have two labels. If, for example, the another mission also, right? One more mission was there, na? This guy. If that guy also, let me go to the Prometheus.yaml. If this guy also pushes, right? You will have a here job called WordPress. Two results will be there. And WordPress here you will have a IP address. Private IP address. Two results could have been there. There is something is broken. We were able to see under one this metric, one EC2 mission only, this data. Default Prometheus itself will send you this. You remember this is the one was there initial time. Default it will send. Okay. Now consider on this queries wala part. So you can run directly this query and then observe this. This is the name, metric name. This is the metric name. And then these are the filters. Now I wanted to apply specific filter, put a bracket. This is what the intelligence in the Grafana. You can select a specific IP addresses. Now I wanted like all, remove this. You can get it like this also. All of them. So as I was saying, filters or labels are to specific one EC2 or multiple EC2 to get it. So how these labels are getting added, the exporters will take care. The developer custom metrics will take care. It's up to that team. Okay. My job is to data is coming or not like this, and then check sample data is coming or not. That is what your job. Then this one. You see, right? I want to add to dashboard this one. For example, add to dashboard, new dashboard. Open dashboard. The query you ran in the Explorer, that I'm converting into a dashboard. Put it here. Save. Say that custom dashboard. You can have a folders also something. Save. Now, this is the one bar. I wanted to have like different kind of visualization. You can put it like this. You can check like this also. You can change into, it's up to the team what they wanted, like this also, like up to the team. Bargaj, this is what. And let's say last time you remember, let me put a time series wala. I wanted to put, if this goes more than 80 something, here somewhere thresholds will be there. Let me show, like currently what is that something, this is CPU 34, right? Let me put low threshold, it will show in the red color. What is the value we are getting? CPU seconds. CPU seconds you will get in. So what happens now here? This
No, sir. Select the stat visualization in the time series.
start. Yeah, Acha. This is good. So this is how sometimes, right? They'll ask you if it is more than 80%, show me in red color so that it will be more catchy for us. That's what you want to. So checking the basic queries in the Explorer, convert them into this kind of visualization. Save this dashboard and then refresh it. If you don't save, this will get flushed away again. This is what one dashboard I have. Let me click on this guy. This is the one dashboard. I want to add one more. You can have it in the bill in one dashboard. This is called one widget. You can put the name also instead of new panel, right? Let's put it. For example, CPU usage. Save. Right? Save. This is one. And then here the query was coming right here. I don't want to see the query. I want to see, for example, the instance IP address. The right click, edit. Below your query will be there here. Whatever the query, right here, it will be there in the PromQL query. Here you can put legend, custom. I wanted the label. What is that label? You have two labels, right? Job name and instance. Yeah. Now you'll have an IP address, or you can have a job name also. What was that query? Let me check that. This is the one, job. Put it will change. The problem this. Apply. Save. So let me tell you this. This is the lab. In Grafana, have a custom dashboard with CPU metric. This metric. That's it. So if you are come to this level, yes, we are good to go for the next, like that. I can say that this is what the lab I can give you in Grafana. Now you know the complete flow. So currently the node exported to Prometheus, somewhere it broke. That is what that we'll see further. But at least we are getting now Prometheus data itself. But our objective, yes, we need to have the WordPress data only, but we will see that. So now what Grafana did was, any thoughts you want to ask till now here? Other than that bug, the node exporter bug. How can I check the metric is? Who is sending it? Here, explore. Here, CPU. If you type it, bracket, job. These values are coming from Prometheus.ml. If WordPress comes, we're perfectly good. That we will see. Any thoughts you want to ask on it? The Explorer, the basic, this connectivity setup, how the data is coming, any thoughts you want to ask? So now Grafana, what they did is, this is the open source Incel. Later it became complete enterprise suite. Instead of we writing, creating a dashboards, right? Can you guys tell me here, what was the exporter is sending one data, this data? Which exporter? This data?
Load exporter.
Sorry? Who is sending the data here? Which is the UI you are accessing here? What is this UI?
Grafana.
Grafana.
Grafana is getting This is called, what is this called? Whatever you are coding, what is this called?
Metric.
Matrix.
From where this matrix is Grafana is getting?
Prometheus.
How it is getting? This is the guy. This is called what? You see right? This is called what here?
Data source. Prometheus.
Yeah, data source. No. So to into the Prometheus, who is sending the data?
Node exporter.
Node exporter. So there are in the market based upon the exporter, right? They give very good dashboards, default dashboards. This is one of your skill. Either you write the queries, you make a dashboard, or sometimes developers also will do. Developers will write the dashboards, will write the queries, because you are not, as I was saying, right, when I started my session, I didn't know about their custom metrics. They knows it more than me. So they will only write the dashboards thing. If for the custom metrics. But for as an infra guy, right? Grafana gave some default dashboards. Go here. Grafana dashboards. Such like this. You no need to write any query, no need to do this. What I mean was, you remember we created one dashboard, right? Here. We created one custom dashboard. How it is coming? If you edit this, right? Edit this. If you go down, if you go little down here, right? Here, you see now this guy. What is this is called?
Matrix.
Metric. So it is coming here in this database. So I made a one kind of visualization on top of this. This is called the metric. So with this metric, we made a dashboard. Like this, right? Like this kind of. Already Grafana people made very good dashboards for us. Your job is to listen this. Default dashboards are there in the internet. Your job is to import them into Grafana. Go here, dashboards. You no need to write scratch, nothing. No need to do anything. They already have based upon the tool, based upon your data source also. You see right here, filters. Can you guys tell me here what I need to select here?
Prometheus. Data source is Prometheus.
It will get filtered. I think it will be in top only. Prometheus data source. Yeah. Prometheus. They made it now based upon the for example, all node exporter depends. Oh, WordPress also is there, man. Oh, sorry, this is not WordPress. Ping servers. Now data source is Prometheus. Collector type. You see here, based upon the collector type. Our collector is, which is the guy?
Node exporter.
Node exporter.
Now you can print it like ratings also. There are even as I can also make one kind of dashboard. This dashboard is nothing but it will be in the JSON language. One from here to here, there you can import also. One Grafana to another Grafana also you can export and then import. Let's say, for example, what I mean was save this guy. No changes. Yeah. Here somewhere. Edit settings button. Where is settings? Yeah, go here. Settings button. JSON model. Yeah. This I can take. I can import into another dashboard also. We can import. Copy as it is. The dashboard will come. What I can do, I can copy paste this. I can upload here directly. You need to have some kind of MR, blah, blah. They have to approve. Then someone can use it. With this, right, they already made good dashboards for you based upon the rating, blah, blah, something. You can filter it here. This is the default page. See here, this one. See here, this is the job name, blah, blah, like this it is saying it. See, it is collecting from this Prometheus ML default job like this. So your job is to check this, what are the data is coming, CPU, disk, like this. Check this. Behind this UI, metric PromQL will be there. That they already wrote for you. Your job is to not write again this thing. Okay. Check this will fit for me or not. Check all this. Then If it is good for me, here in the left side somewhere, yeah, you can download the JSON or you can import. Or easy way is copy this ID, go to dashboards, discard this guy. I went into the dashboard section, import. You see right here, import. It will ask you either JSON or the ID. The ID I have copied. Just select this ID. Behind it will ask you load. What man? It is load. Here load. That's it. Click on the load. The interesting part is this is the guy. You see here, what is this guy?
Data source Prometheus.
Exactly. So I'm going to import one dashboard. In the dashboard, there are some PromQL queries are there, some metrics are there. For that metrics, I need to have a data from whom? Prometheus. You already added one guy, right? Default one. Initial time. Import. You see here how beauty right now. See, you no need to write the bigger dashboards and all. There are in the market, default dashboards are there. Now, what your skill set is, you need to understand this, how they built it. You can go here somewhere, you can edit, you can check here. Yeah, something. You should know something what iRate does. Here some filters are there, right? Here, blah, blah, something not. Just at least like I would say that in this dashboard, at least like 3 to 4, just observe, Google that name. What you can do, right? Other way around. Take this guy, edit. Copy this. You can go here directly, you can filter also this guy. In this query, directly you can filter. That is the GUI. Here, you are directly querying here. Directly. Here. See, $node. Let's remove everything here in this filter. Remove all. Just put like this, you can run. Let's run the query. Something somewhere it's broke. Don't care. What I mean was, you take this query. I need to select these values, instance, IP address, then it will work. Take individual queries. Like for example, let me put it here. This is the one sample. In this, right? Before thumb rule, keep this thumb rule. Like this flower bracket. Before this is called metric. These are called labels. Metric, labels. On top of this matrix, you can have a functions. Like this. Here there is a one function, average over time. He is going for like some duration of the time, rate interval, like some time. Here you are selecting right here, last 24 hours something. He is taking that input, and then last 24-hour average, they're checking this kind of functions. Here, this is the function average over time. Check. Average. You will have like something min, and then max, and then sum, like this kind of functions. Sum function, and then the count function, like this functions will be there. These functions we will apply to metric. For example, I want to check memory usage. Like for example, memory underscore usage for specific instance equal to WordPress. Like this, I can specify. Like this, I can specify. So things are, let me put it here. Prometheus is called time series database. From where Prometheus will get data?
Load export.
Node exporter.
Where did you define that information? Collect this from this
Prometheus.yaml.
Prometheus.ml. Yeah. .ml. Where are you seeing the data? Are you seeing at Prometheus level, or which is the tool you are using to see the data? How Grafana is getting the data?
Through Prometheus.
Yeah. Through Prometheus, what is that concept called?
Matrix. Data source.
Data source. So how this metric is coming? Hey, can I make my own like this instead of node or something? No, you have to write your own language. That right now, node exporter has this default node exporter as giving this metric default node exporter. In Prometheus, right? When you install, automatically it will expose by itself. That is what the data is coming. Our WordPress still it is broken. So you can check it here in the filters also in the top. Something. Let's refresh Wala. This is taking the default. Let's refresh. This is the default dashboard. Host. Why man? Oh, I went for let's go for last 5 minutes something. It should be in here. Let's go to the node exporter edit panel. It is default should come. Prometheus, yeah. I think no. Why at least localhost should come. Look, what was that? Prometheus name should come. We had that. Don't think much. At least we are on this. Further we will debug. Let me import some of the dashboard. My objective was to fetch the default dashboard. This is one job, and then understanding the
Anna, that queries is different, Anna. Actually,
sorry.
queries is different. Actually, this is related to Kubernetes queries, Node CPU, but our query is Prometheus CPU, na. That's why that is not coming.
No, I mean job should be in there, no?
In the variables,
Mhm.
in the variables also they are writing node uname.
Let me check. Yeah, node u. Whether this metric is there or not, we can check, right? Yeah, that is correct. Node u. This is no man, node exporter full one only. It's not related to Kubernetes. See, if you have like this, automatically they'll send. That is what they say, right? Yeah. Not to Kubernetes, no. It's a default. It should be there. Let me check whether this metric is there. Node underscore uname. How to check whether metric is there or not?
It will list out somewhere.
How can I check myself whether that metric
Explore option.
Explore.
explore? Here you type what is happening was let me take a new page. In this dashboard, right? We should have we have given
Matrix name.
in the Prometheus.ml, you had given this way, right? Two names you
Yes.
had given. Na? What was that name? If you remember, in the Prometheus.ml, we had given two
Oh.
jobs. One,
WordPress and Python. Yeah.
yeah, WordPress and Python. Sorry, Prometheus. These two. This is sample I had given. These two we had given yesterday. In the drop down, we should have either one. Either one. Either one. It's not coming here. Why means go these are all called your these are called variables. Based upon these variables, you will get this data. These variables also behind they will use query only, metric only they will use. Click on this wala. Go to variables. You are selecting job, right? Select on this. Here also one metric is there. You see this metric. If this metric is not there in the drop down, you will not get that value. So I want to check whether this metric is there or not. With that right? I want to check, explore. What was that metric name here? Can you guys tell me?
Node uname underscore info.
Yeah. Right? Node underscore. No, it's not there.
It's not that.
That's why we are not getting in the drop down. That metric is not there. So that metric is not there means who is not sending that metric?
Prometheus.
Yeah, Prometheus is to inside the Prometheus, who is not sending?
Node exporters.
Exporters. This is what your job. This is how developer will come to you. Hey, my metric is not coming. In the Grafana, they'll ask you. The first question you should ask them to what? Is it coming to
Prometheus.
Prometheus? Then if it is not coming, there is a problem. Then let me put it like this. Next question I ask is,
Is it coming?
you is your
application is sending it to Prometheus.
Metric. Is your application is sending the metric? How can I send it? Let's say, can you guys tell me how can I access Apache? Sample in the local. I wanted to test Apache inside EC2. You know already. I want to
Localized one.
HTTP / what was that?
/ localhost
Colon?
colon
I'm so
8080.
sorry, sir. I'm so sorry. Just localhost. Now request will go to whom? Apache, right? Same.
Yes.
Now developers, what they do, if in the WordPress, we are running WordPress, right? In the WordPress, they'll write some exporter logic. They will export on this port number, for example, 8181. Now, whether metrics are coming or not, what I will do, I'll ask them on which port number you are exposing the metric. You should ask them. They will have this knowledge. Now, what I'll do, curl http / localhost 8181 / something. They will have like this endpoint / metric. Now it will say like this. For example, node uptime. It will display me big output. Then who is sending here metric? Who is sending here in this case? To whom you are sending?
Node export.
Here. In this WordPress, they wrote the one logic. If you do curl, to whom you are sending the request? Let me put it like this. Okay, let me put it app uptime. App. This will go to the Apache. Obviously, you know. In the Apache, you installed which language? WordPress. In the WordPress, they wrote custom logic developer. They are exposing metrics 8181 on this port number. If you do like this, request will go to whom right now? Which application? Apache, or it will go to WordPress internally?
Well, it goes to WordPress.
Now developer, when you do like this, right? I do like this developer first. Is it coming like this? When they come to me, I am not seeing the data. The next question I ask is your application is exposing the data? Then I ask them, can you do curl? I'm sure they will not have access to EC2 machines and all developer. I'll ask them on which port number you are exposing it. Tell me this endpoint also. They'll have explicit. Then I go to the EC2 machine. I curl like this. If I'm getting this, I'll get like this bigger output. For example, connections. For example, slow time. For example, like this, I'll get blah, blah, blah. Based upon their framework. Then, oh, this is correct. This is correct. This is exposing it. Where I need to configure this thing? No?
Node exporters.
Not node exporter will collect only the by default.
Prometheus.
In the Prometheus.ml.
You need to set up that node.
In which section? Scraping. Here you have to write one custom job. Seeing that job _name. Say that custom app. Here you have to say that, for example, that's the syntax, what I mean. Here, custom. The IP address. Here I will mention that port number. That's it. Now the data will come to automatically to the Prometheus. This query they can run in where directly now? Where they can run directly in the right now?
Grafana.
So you got it right. So developer will come to you like this requirement. Hey, I'm not getting this data. Then the first question I ask is, did you expose in the port number? Then I will go to the EC2 machine where application running. This also you should ask it. What is the path? Are you exposing a default path? Like this metrics are many are there. Depends upon the framework. Cool. So any thoughts, queries you want to ask me? This is what my objective for now. Yeah. Expose Grafana. Explore query. Basic query. Create one custom dashboard. Import default dashboard. This is what my objective. Just go around that thing. And then bring this total infrastructure with the Terraform. If you do with manual, it's up to you. I'm not asking, it's up to you. Any thoughts you want to ask on this? Any queries? But sure, one day you will have this kind of situation. You will have it. Because whether you use WordPress or not, RDS or not, it doesn't matter. Companies will use observability. Among them, nowadays in the DevOps, the famous tool is the Grafana and Prometheus stack. Different.
Can I add something, Anna?
Yeah. Go ahead.
In the real time also, after doing the setup, there are many of time working on query side. After doing the setup, they are asking different requirements. For example, in production there have a 40-50 EC2 missions. Seniors asking at a time, see the Grafana dashboard, which EC2 mission have a problem, which EC2 mission have issue. At a time, user need to know this EC2 mission have using high memory, high CPU. In one click, user need to know where is the problem, which EC2 mission is the problem. There is the developers are debugging in the how it is happens. Like in one screen, there you need to know like that type of requirements are coming. For example, you have one EC2 mission, you have many tags in that EC2 mission. That tags also that tags should be visible in Grafana dashboard. There are different requirements. In the filter, previously showing in the filter. Now we are using in the filter IP. And the requirement is in the filter using EC2 name, like mission name. What for example, in the EC2 name, our EC2 name is WordPress. In the filtering, WordPress should be show like that type of requirements is coming. Centralized dashboards and custom dashboards. For example, there is in our environment running different applications. There one application were come to us. I need to custom dashboard. In that dashboard, only need to show my instance only. I created the custom dashboard and give to them. Like that. In after doing the setup, sometime I give to the demo to my manager. My manager asking my manager last time. My manager bring the non-technical person to while demo. My manager asked to that non-technical person, you are understanding of this dashboard. Like that, my manager asking if non-technical person understand the dashboard, everyone is understanding our dashboard. Finally, we create the user-friendly dashboard. Everyone is understand the dashboard. What is the going on EC2 inside the EC2? What is the metrics? Like that.
Yeah, Purnasai, usually this observability screen is designed for the first line support teams,
Yeah.
where they will be continuously monitoring 24/7 when the alerts are popped up.
Yes.
So usually the dashboard should be user friendly in such a way that if a first line support guy understand that's properly, and if it is resolvable, he has a set of documents where he will debug using those documents and check it out. So if that issue is not fixed by themselves, then they will pull the L1 or L2 support. Then it goes on based on the hierarchy, and finally it ends up in a TRT, which is a P1 issue, where all teams will be involved.
Yes.
If I'm not wrong, the main thing why we set up the Grafana is not for dev teams or not for even for our teams. See, it will be continuously monitored by the first line support, where the things goes out of our hands. People will get involved to address it on timely basis based on the customer's requirement.
Yes.
So your job is to hear whatever we did, right, the setup. So you will be ending on these jobs. So sometimes you have to work on the alert. Let's say you will get an alert. Why this alert came? Let's, for example, why this alert came. Check the CPU, memory. From this kind of, you will be ending like this operations guy. Just check an alert, something you do basic troubleshooting, then you inform the application team. That's what your job is here.
Yes, sir. And even more than this, this will be set it up on the data centers where you will have hundreds of dashboards.
Yeah.
You will be monitoring routers, interfaces,
Yeah.
firewalls,
Yeah.
and the data packet flows.
Yeah.
A lot of things you will be syslogs.
Yeah, it's up to the company.
Yes, sir. Yes.
What they're doing it. Yeah, so it's up to the. Now you see, you guys write Artstar. Artstar was 300 million, sorry, like
Yeah.
5
So
million.
usually we had such issue recently last week, sir. Actually, no. One
Yeah.
of our VMware guy just triggered the traces and he left the VMware like that only. Our entire monitoring systems didn't detected it,
Okay.
and the entire system is down for a couple of hours.
Oh,
So the trace was continuously running, and due to the huge traces,
okay.
memory was occupied, and the entire system is shut down, and it has created a lot of chaos across the teams.
Mm. Mm.
Even monitoring systems also sometimes it will not trigger based.
Yeah, totally out of no. If there is no 100%, like if it is 100%, is no the beta. Cool. So your job is to keep this that. Your job is to set up all this wheel bending. There is a like platform engineering. This is purely for the DevOps guy. Purely. Sometimes that as a DevOps guy, you will be setting up these, and then you have to work on all this up to the company what they do, like a specific role. So you have to set up, do connectivity, everything, give the URL, go for next task. That is what one job, platform engineering.
So
And
one more question.
yeah,
So can we add a custom way this thing matrices as well in the Grafana?
like the L1, whenever alert comes to one thing to send to another guy, that thing.
Yes, maybe let's say now we have two set of queries,
Yeah.
and on top of that, mixing those two queries, we need to set up another monitor.
Sorry, you mean you have one?
So you have a query for CPU usage in one query,
Yeah, yeah.
and you have another query which is related to
Yeah,
some other thing. So we need to club these two in one matrix and just produce another monitor.
yeah, that can be done. But thing is, na, when you do CPU, right, this label, here in this label, you have to join. There is some
Yes, yes.
joins. There is something called joins. You should have one matching label in between these two when you are doing, right, memory and all. If you have matching joins, yes, you can go ahead. You can do that thing. Yeah. Label should be matched. Yes. There are like, this is like another SQL.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can think it. Instead of SQL, right, we can say that PromQL. So in the interviews, they expect you, did you write any PromQL queries? Basic, at least they expect you. What is the sum or count does something? Yeah. So I'll pass it for today here. I'll see something what went wrong. That debugging, I'll not fix it. I'll see something where it broke in between this. We'll figure it out. I'll take one session for this observability, the logging one. That is the one session. Then we'll enter into the what I'm telling it. We will not stop the Terraform here. We will enter into the container layer. Parallelly, we will take this Terraform and as well as cloud topic that I can see. Yeah, someone was asking. Sorry, go ahead. So I'll stop it for today. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, sir. Have a great day.